Ladies and gentlemen, it's the god of YouTube. Here we go. Nostalgia bong hits. We're back with another one. And man, we have a good one for you today. And we want to discuss the wildness of the Pokemon market. Prismatic Evolutions. Ah! Here we go. Ready? Come on, jump for the money dance. Come on. We're back with another one. And, you know, I really do want to discuss the Pokemon market, like, in a nutshell. Of, like, what my real predictions are. You know, like, really throwing them out here for everyone. Just giving everybody my straight up sauce, bro. Like, you're just getting all the information you could want. My opinions. I think Chilling Reign will be $1,000 a booster box. I think Brilliant Stars will be 1,000. I think Astro will be 1,000. I think Evolving Skies will be $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 a booster box. I think 151 will still continue to go up. Probably not as rapidly as a lot of the Sword and Shield era does, though. And I just think you're going to see prices just get really insane. And it get really hard to find a lot of this stuff, that it does become more of a rarity, more of an actual collectible that people just want to own on their shelf. You know, because it is really cool to have the boxes to look at. And I just don't think the prices will ever tank, because I think those boxes are in enough hands of people that actually appreciate them. When you think about it, that's kind of what Pokemon's meant to do. It's kind of to get the boxes and the people that will actually spend the money for them, that appreciate them at whatever cost they cost. You know? And that's kind of their goal. And then your job is to just hold on forever. You know? Essentially, it's kind of that easy. And, you know, I just don't see a point in selling when things are just getting started. You know? I just don't see it getting any better with Sword and Shield era, X and Y, Sun and Moon, you know. Everyone that, like, wants this stuff is not selling it. You know, like, everyone that bought it because they really liked it. You know, like, let's be real. Like, I bought my Fusion Strike case just because I really liked Fusion Strike, you know. And I bought Lost Origin, my cases, just because I liked Lost Origin and it was still on Pokemon Center. You know, like, it's the dumbest things. But Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, all these sets, I just don't see anything stopping them from becoming more rare every year and more collectible every year. And I know these are bold predictions, but this happens every fucking time. You know, like, look at Sun and Moon era. It was in the toilet last year. and now it's just ridiculously higher than ever. It's the same thing with Sword and Shield. It just never cools off, bro. Like there may be like a slight dip sometimes of like 10 to 20%, or like a new product dropping. Like that's normal. But when you start to go back into these sets that are not printed, I mean, we're starting to talk like these boxes are getting really fucking difficult to find. And I mean, even when people do buy them, they still want to rip them. You know, so some people, but you know, it's just wild to me. And I still think, Evolving Skies is still just a hell of a set to pick up. Chilling Reign is. Like the risk, Lost Origin is. Like the risk and all these are just so worth the rewards, in my opinion. I think you'll see Fusion Strike be a $10,000 case one day. I don't know when, but I'm just saying it's not going down, guys. Like, you don't got to worry about that part. I mean, even me, I'm not worried at that point. It's just how slow is it going to take to go up. But, like that, it just takes time, man. It takes a lot of time holding and being patient. But if you're willing to, like, just outweight everybody, 10 years, bro, you're going to be the one with the fucking crazy collection. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. If you put some effort into it now, 10, 20 years down the road, your collection will be considered just like God tier. If you put like a year worth of working into building a collection and put it away for 10 years, you'll be pretty fucking set, man. I mean, unless like something terrible happens, you'll be pretty set. Like if you buy a bunch of Chilling Reign boxes right now, and come back to me in 10 years from now and tell me that, like, I was stupid for telling you to do this, I would be fucking surprised, bro. Like, I would be really surprised. I would fucking give you, like, I don't know, like, $3,000 just for the experience. But still, it's just like, I don't think you're going to regret it, man. Like, even myself, I'm trying to pick up more Chilling Reign before it gets worse, and, it's just I wish I bought more, back when it was cheap. But, it's so hard to tell sometimes. But I will say this time with the market, it's stable, brother. I mean, there are always people watching this market for deals that the market prices are like pretty dead set, man. Like, for at least sealed, So I don't know. I just don't think we're gonna see anything get better in the sealed aspect of things. But like I said, I could be wrong. But it's just I think as the Pokemon market, if you're holding on to this stuff or even buying in right now, I just think you're sitting on the next gold mine to being pretty fucking rich in the next 5 years. Like having some good cheddar. I mean, definitely a lot more than you'll put in it. Like I would say you'll at least double your money, no problem. Putting it in like any Sword and Shield era box, I don't think you can go wrong. At all. Even like Vivid Voltage, but stay away from Vivid Voltage. But like Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, like picking up some Evolving Skies, any of that is still just like such a good play. I know if I find evolving boxes that are like under 16, I'm still buying. So yeah, I mean, these are good investments. And yeah, a lot of us slept on them, and didn't take them serious enough. So, like I said, if you're worried that you think the market's going to zero, I'm more worried about how hard it's going to be to find product, because I think it's going to be really fucking difficult soon. And that's just my opinion. And from what I see, going on in the world and how people even exchange Pokemon, like it doesn't happen as often. It's only if it's new products, but it doesn't, like Sword and Shield stuff, vintage stuff. The exchanges hardly ever happen, So, like even like finding cases of Sword and Shield era stuff, like it's getting difficult. It's like not an easy task anymore. It's possible, but it's not an easy task, and it's not an affordable task for most people. So, yeah, things are just getting wild, and it's crazy seeing it heat up, but we'll keep watching it, keep you guys posted. But I just think there's no market cool off at all. Like, I just think it's going to just keep creeping up like it always literally does and has for the past 20 years, you know? So I kind of got to go with history on this one, unless something like a World War fucking 10 breaks out and destroys the world. I just don't see a crash, you know? But who knows, man? Who knows? You know, I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, everyone always says it's going to zero, bro. Everyone always says there's a crash for everything, and then it's just like then it like outperforms what they thought it did. You know, like oh, like every time, you know. So you can either be a part of it or just like don't take any risk whatsoever. Totally up to you. I'd rather take the risk because they're easy, you know. But that's just my opinion, guys. I still think it's worth investing and waiting, you know. And I really think Chilling Range is an easy double money box. I like it's going to be double what it is now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys are making some money out there. Let's get it.